Good day, peoples. Good day, good day, good day. It's Sunday here. As the title says, you see that it has nothing to do with language learning today. All right. I feel that it's a good thing to take a break sometimes, and change the topic to something else other than language learning. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good. So yeah, I'm going to talk about relationships and marriages, this type of stuff, okay? And just basically share my opinions and my philosophies. Now, as I always say in many of the videos I make, these type of ranting videos, rambling videos, whatever you want to call them, I'm just another person, another guy with his own opinions and philosophies. I'm not trying to push my ideas on you. I'm not trying to tell you that this is what you should do, and this is the right way. This is just how I feel. This is just how I get down in the world, okay? It's just good to share it. It's always good to hear different philosophies and different opinions on certain topics, and and this is mine here. So, so relationships and marriage, this is something that I take very serious. Okay, I take this very, very seriously. All right, for me, I need to get to know someone, like in and out, especially when it comes to marriage. All right, I really do need to get to know this person. Okay, you see there's this trend going on here in the Western world. Okay, and I think it's happening more and more in other parts of the world. They're getting into these relationships, okay, and then transitioning over into a marriage like right away. Okay, they're doing this quickly. And when I say quickly, I'm talking like people, they get in a relationship, they be with this person for 1 month, 2 months, 1 week, or a couple days, and they're getting married 3 days later, a month later. This is happening very, very often. Now, don't get me wrong, and I always say this, you do have your exceptions, okay? You have your exceptions. You always have exceptions and anomalies, certain things, and that's just how it is. But that percentage is very low, especially in these times. Okay, in these days and times, the percentage is very, very, very low. It's very rare to find someone who has been married for 10 years, 10 plus years, 20 years, and they got married like the next day. It's very rare, okay? So, back to what I was saying, I like to spend time. For me, it takes time. And when I say time, I'm looking at, I'm saying this is when it comes to getting married. I need at least a year or two, okay? And I'm going to break this down. So first of all, when I get into the relationship, I need to spend at least, before I take it to the next level, I need to spend at least 6 months to a year. I'm just going to say a year to get to really know this person, okay? I look for certain qualities in a woman, okay? I'm not saying that I want a perfect woman, okay? No one is perfect. Everyone has faults in something, okay? And, even you may have faults in some areas that your other can help you with. So no one is perfect. I'm not looking for someone who is perfect. But at the same time, I'm looking for someone who is, for example, who is educated, basically someone who is on the same level as me in terms of education, okay, or close to it. And what I mean by education, I'm not talking about degrees. I'm not talking about having a master's degree or a PhD or all this other stuff these certificates that you get. That to me, that's education, but that's not the real education. To me, the real education is what you learn at home from your parents. It comes to finances, making the right decisions when it comes to finances. Being able how to respect people, respect yourself. This fundamental stuff. This is like the fundamental education that I'm talking about. So I look for these particular qualities in a woman, okay? I can't be with someone, especially when it comes to marriage. I'm not, if this person doesn't have this type of education, she doesn't respect herself, okay? She doesn't have respect for others, especially elders. She doesn't know how to talk right with other people. We can't communicate. we can't have a civilized communication without arguing. This is something that I can't put up with. These are the qualities that I'm talking about, and to me, this is the education that is needed. All right, so for me, it takes at least 6 months to a year. Now, once that time goes by, then I start taking it to another level. And what is that? I get a place. We agree, we move in together, we get a place somewhere. And this is really taking it to another level. There's nothing better than getting to know someone than to live with them. I think living with someone, when you really living with someone, you waking up every day, you see them, all this stuff, this is really taking it to the next level. You really, really getting to know them. Okay, and for me, when that happens, I'll spend another 6 months to a year. Okay, so I have to. There's certain questions that I ask myself when considering marriage. First of all, because we have to look at the statistics here, or whatever you want to call it. If you look at what causes divorces and separations, the main thing is communication. Okay, the main thing is communication. People don't talk. So if you're not communicating, if you're not talking about certain things, if you're not expressing how you feel about certain things, how will we know? I'm not a mind reader. I don't know how you feel. We have to talk so we can straighten things out. Okay? Finances, if there are problems with finance, we got to talk. If you're not talking, then you're not going to solve the issues. You're not going to solve the problems, which will ultimately, lead to divorce and separation because you're getting tired of it. That's one of the main reasons why people getting divorced and having these problems. I was going to say finances, but that goes hand in hand with the communication because, like I said, if you're having problems with finance, you can always, you guys talk and look for solutions. Like, how can you solve the problem and fix the problem? That goes hand in hand with the communication. Another thing that's most common is the infidelity, okay? And that people just basically giving up. They don't really care about it anymore. They see, they want to just start over, that's very common. But I think the main thing is communication. Even that, I will go as far as putting that in the same category as communication because there has to be some reason why you're sleeping around or finding another partner. There's a problem somewhere that you haven't really communicated with your spouse. So that I will go as far as putting that in the same category. Now, that's just what I look for. I need to ask myself these questions, and if I'm able to say yes, then then I'm ready. I'm saying, okay, this is good. This woman may be worthy of my proposal. But so basically, like the education, especially when it comes to kids, that's another thing, because the woman, when it comes to children, the majority of the time, the woman is a big part of their lives. The woman is there all the time. You do have exceptions again. You have these other exceptions, but most of the time, the woman is always there with children. So if you don't have, if the woman is not educated in certain areas, unfortunately, she's going to pass down her with whatever type of knowledge or however she was raised or her thoughts. She's going to pass it down to her child. It's inevitable. It's going to happen because the child is being raised by the mother. The mother is always there with the child. So whatever her mindset is, she's going to pass it down. And unfortunately, it's very unfortunate for the child because they grow up and they have to go find their own way. They don't have, they haven't had anyone to talk with who has this type of education. They have to find it somewhere else, and it can be pretty difficult, So this is why early on for me, I need to look for certain stuff. It's better to be safe than sorry, right? It's better to be safe than sorry. I'm not in this respect. I'm not a risk taker. I don't take risks. I'd rather put that time in to get to know this individual before I jump into a marriage. Okay, so that's basically what it is. And again, not everyone is fortunate. They don't have people in their family who they can talk with and share this, who can share this knowledge with them. They don't have this. The worst thing to look for information is the media. You can't go watching these programs on TV and Bachelorette and all this other stuff you see and thinking that's going to give you some hope. That's false hope. You know, all this media stuff is not going to help you. That's not the real knowledge. That's not going to help you to find your other. You know, find your significant other, if you will. So, yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to wrap this video up. That's just how I feel about relationships and marriage. You have to, it's all about time and getting to know this individual. You don't want to jump into a marriage with someone and you don't know this person. You can't possibly know someone after a couple months in and out. You can't. It's just, that's not enough time. It's just not enough time. It takes time to get to know someone. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Hey, like I said, these are just my philosophies, my opinions. If you want to make a video response and share your opinions and philosophies as well, feel free to do so. It's always good to listen to different opinions. We all are different. Okay, so that is it. 11 minutes. Wrap this up, and yeah. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know what you think. But yes, that is the video for Sunday. Have a good one.